Who, your girlfriend?
Mm-hmm. Because all I did is, eat. Tastes like it's spoiled. I don't give a fuck. Eat it. Fucking go do something. Fix something. Try to stop something from being fucked up. And I mean, stress will kill you. It'll tear your ass apart. So you don't let it get to you. Now her sister's doing that with her one nephew that where my girlfriend lives. Got a brother living there after the mother died. Well, grandmother let the grandson stay there. This guy's 42 years old. He's got maybe 2 years of real work experience. So the older sister, she'll go out and buy groceries and stuff. She get a little extra stuff for the nephew who thinks he's entitled to everything. And then, she can't even leave the house because he'll go through and steal your shit.
Are you kidding me?
And they put up with it because grandma put up with it. And the older sister, like, well, what's wrong with that? Well, why don't he come? Well, my husband don't want him. He's got 2 kids. He's like black guy daddy. It's like, yeah, well, I got you pregnant, man. Now it's your turn to take care of everything. And the kid one's like, remember, daddy? Yeah, that's why I'm not giving you shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, she'll buy it, and she'll get her some stuff that she likes. What's he do? He eats the premium stuff. Like, well, fuck, I ain't eating that stuff. You know what? You want me to get a job? Like, no, dude, really? You really think you should, bother yourself to not party and maybe get a job? Something to support yourself? Well, now he's actually occasionally working under the table. Like, dude, and you think you're entitled to Social Security? You ain't paid into it. And you're 40, almost 42 now. You better get a real job so you pay some years into it. Maybe there'll be something left for you.
Yeah.
To where you can actually apply for something. But this kid actually thinks that the world owes him everything. And it's just, well, if I ask for it, you have to give it to me. Really?
And he lives at your girlfriend's house?
Yeah, it's her nephew. He's got Crohn's. He could die from Crohn's. Doesn't stop him from getting drunk all the time, going out and getting laid and doing drugs and shit like that. But, work, I think I'm sick. Dinner time, wait a minute, okay. Yeah, I'm sick now. Party? Okay. It's just like when I worked at Wabco. I'd see guys and they're making $9-10 an hour back in the 80s. Like, work's over, man. They're out, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, jumping up, high-five shit. Before that was even there. But, all this run around. It's like, man, I'd burn up that much energy going out for a mile run. They're just running to their car. But on the job, they're like, I gotta do that, okay. Wait a minute, I gotta rest. And it's like, you motherfucker.
So they just be out milking the system?
Oh, totally. And that's what pissed me off. We were on standards back then. My dad had worked for that factory for 44 years. So there are people that didn't like me. But, it's like, and then it was a discrimination thing. So I was one of the first when they were really doing the white discrimination. Like, well, you're only worth 1 point. This black girl that hired in doesn't know how to do shit. She's worth 4. So we got to lay some people off and got to keep the point system high. So we're getting rid of you and keeping her. And we're getting rid of the rest of them white guys and keeping the black ones. They're not saying it that way, but standard points. And then it's the same thing with picking parts, Here you go, you could pick a whole table full of bolts and this and that, deliver them all over the place. But one steel ring on a pallet's worth 1,500 standard points. 2 of them a day, if were in with the forklift driver, deliver that, 15 minutes work, you're good for the rest of your 8 hours because you made your standards. They wouldn't do that for me though. So I'm like, all right, you motherfuckers. Well, you can pick them parts. Yeah, I'll be there for hours. I haven't made standards all week and you're going to fire me anyway? Fuck it, I'm taking that ticket. I was a strong kid back then. I grabbed a steel ring that goes in the hub of one of the tires. Flipped it over my shoulder. I'm like, oh yeah, that's against the rules. You're going to get injured. It's like, no. I'm going to make standards today. Here's the ticket. Here's the part. But that wasn't delivered by I don't give a shit. Is it where it's supposed to be? Then it's there.
Yeah.
And then I switched to another job, which was stupid because then I wasn't in a protected labor pattern. That's when they first came out with steel-toed tennis shoes. And you could order them in the company store. So I always had this form of, wait a minute, this ain't right, this ain't right there. Oh, well, you can't wear tennis shoes in here, you know, blah, 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 this. So I walked over to a steel ladder and I go, ding! Oh, those are steel-toed? Well, of course they're steel-toed. It's Safety Factory. It come from the shop, remember? You know everything, so you already know that. That about got me sent home right there. I mean, motherfuckers, just let me, you know, do a normal life, you know, have a job type shit. Too much to ask.
Don't bother me.
Yeah. But anyway, it's fun talking about all that shit.
Yeah.
But no, that's what it is. If I can, if they're back and I spot it again, instead of going that way, I'll probably wheel around somewhere and park my chair and walk up the other way around and see if I can get a plate number and continue walking to where, like, yeah, I'm not even noticing you guys. Plate number, blah, blah, blah. This is probably an 83 Chrysler. This got a scratch on the side there. Whatever.
Yeah, you ought to just carry a pen and paper on you.
Or you just scrape it into the ground.
Scrape it into the ground.
Mm-hmm. In other words, if it's like A, whatever. But I'll probably remember it.
Yeah.
But the thing is I spot that shit. The thing is try to make it to where you're not paying attention to what you're noticing.
Oh yeah.
Then
you just keep walking that way, and they think.
Because that was my problem. Is I'm looking at them like that, and it's like, oh.
They knew they were caught.
They knew I was scoping them, so they left.
Yeah, if they think that you're not paying attention or whatever, then
you can get them.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have just, if you would have just kept rolling, you know, like you're normal. I mean, but you know, it was a shock to you.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I mean, if you, now that you know it's going to happen again, they'll probably try to lay low for
probably about a week.
And
I
then
would
they'll
give
probably come
It's just
back.
like the fuckers that drink out here all the time. We're drinking out here all summer long. I could
This
almost hear
summer?
I could hear the vehicles. And I'm like, okay, that's probably them guys. And then you find all the beer bottles against a tree. And then if they don't pick them up and I don't pick them up, then you find the kids in the daytime. Hey, boss, anybody around? No. Shh, ooh, shh. Like, I should have picked him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I expect that. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Never
But yeah, get you a massager. When that hurts, work it.
keep working it.
Keep working it, because if it bruises, what's your body do when it bruises? Coagulates blood. That's kind of what hurts. So that's mineral being pulled there. So the more you flex that mineral, the more that absorbs into the surrounding tissue. That's why when you work out, the more you break down, the more you build, because then you're locking in everything your body's putting there to fix the problem.
Yeah, I'll have to do that because after
That's what I'm doing tonight, because I done that last night. I mean, I just sit there and grind the crap out of myself with that deep massager. You sit there after you work out and then do the arm bike. Then I'll take that spring. Pump. Have I ever showed you that spring?
Yeah.
Pump that damn thing. Then last night, because I had just got off of, I tried it after doing the arm bike. Instead of tightening it like that, sit in front of the mirror, braced out, and I'm like that. And I mean, you could just see your muscle area flood and turn kind of a light red. That means you're pumping the crap blood in there big time. Then after that, I immediately put that down, grabbed that massager, and brought all that blood to the surface. But you want to be careful if it starts to actually do, because then it will actually give you a bruise or whatever. The idea is to take it just about to that point, because then all that works to dissolve the little bit of fat that you'll get. Like, see, you can probably see a little bit of right in there that's loose looking. You can burn all that completely off, like what I've done with this leg.
Yeah.
And that's a hard area to work, but that's, if you can, as much as you can, keep your legs in good shape, because all heavy mineral and stuff goes down that way. More old men who have swollen ankles and they get all red because they still eat like a kid. Pizzas and high acid foods, that's what I'm trying to get her to learn. Is, oh, I get heartburn. Well, don't keep loading pills and garbage. Eat right. And then I found kefir. Finally at Aldi's again, I got some of that. Like, oh, this tastes like it's spoiled.
The hell is kefir?
It is spoiled.
What the hell is kefir?
What kefir is you eat yogurt because it's a probiotic. Kefir is a drink that's kind of got a ziney flavor, like something went spoiled, because it actually is, but it's spoiled with gut bacteria.
The fuck would you want to drink that for?
It's like about 10 times stronger than yogurt. So if you're doing that for that, you load that up and you're getting all good gut bacteria. You get all good gut bacteria, it helps flush out and kill all the stuff that you don't want in there. Therefore your blood's cleaner, therefore your blood system is cleaner. That's the whole idea, is it's all about your blood. What you can do to keep your blood fresh, what you can do to keep your circulation going, and all that. That's what all that flows right through your muscles. That's why getting pumped and getting vascular, you want to kind of do that if you can, which I'm not having much luck at it.
Yeah.
But that also keeps you cooler. But I'll sit there, I'll look in the mirror, see where the veins are at, see where the muscle is at, and connectability to it, and then see the muscle pattern that you really would like to look at, you know, as far as build, as far as mechanically. And I'll sit there with that mirror and sit there and do that number. I've also been taking, and this has been doing great for my legs, but I have to be in the doorway like this. How you have your counter at your sink.
Yeah.
I'll take one of them yoga blocks. It's basically some kind of blue sponge material. You can't squish it, but it's real hard, but it's just spongy enough to keep you from cutting off your circulation. So I'll stand here like that, put that block up there, get against the wall with my deep heavy massager hanging around my neck, get that foot up there on there, and sit there and grind that down, because you're going to be really tight where it's practically going to throw you on the floor.
You're gonna grind your damn leg off someday.
No, what it is, once you get going with that massager, that actually gets the tension out of the muscle fiber and makes it longer. So they're actually out like that. So then, that's how you're building that. Then all that internal fat that you're stretching out, which don't hurt there, but when you're doing in here, that kills you. Because you're pulling out, it's like, it feels like you're tearing your skin off.
Yeah.
But the point of it is all that little micro fat you'll see, especially in women, they walk around, you know, chunks of fat hanging off of the back of their legs. Well, all that stuff gets real hard to get rid of, especially if you get gut where you have the overhang. That's tough to get rid of. In your body, oh, you burned off, I lost 5 pounds. You didn't lose any fat. You lost water, you might have shit more, or you're burning muscle. Fat is almost like having tar on your skin. Well, just brush it off. Not going to happen. You have to sit there and wear that crap off. But as you do, you're breaking it down to the point where then you're taking stuff that's thermogenic, like your pepper products, capsaicin, stuff like that. When that's a big chunk, that ain't going to do much for you. But when you've got that pattern of fat all spread out and thin, like grease on your kitchen sink when you put a little soap on it, it'll bust it. You got a big clump of fat, it ain't going to do nothing to it. Like if you're washing a piece of fat off of, say you cut off a piece of pork chop or something, ain't going to do nothing, but you have a little bit of pork chop grease on something, put that on there and take it right off. That's the same thing you're doing with your blood. what you're trying to do is eliminate, and that's why you go across your veins too, so you're not getting blood clots, you're not getting areas where, like, so you get older, you get the varicose vein type stuff. That's not good either, because that's stagnating. That's why your blood, that's why those turn blue and stuff like that, because the blood's not going through them. So when the blood's not moving, how healthy you think that blood is? Blood has to circulate all the time. And that's how these bodybuilders who get in great shape, they can jack around for quite a while and not work out and still be good, because they've been doing it long enough that they burn that fat layer off. And then some of them even get out of shape and a little bit fat, but you know, they just look puffy. But because anything that comes back would just be a thin layer, and they start training seriously, that dissipates that quick.
Yeah.
And you'll see that in people that are well built. It's like, wow, they must be in an off season, or it's like after winter where some people don't work out as much, but they come back a couple weeks later, you're still struggling, you ain't seeing shit. Them people there are like, damn, they're already back to how they used to look last summer. That's how that works.
Yeah.
And it's like this, I showed my girlfriend that. It's like, you see that? How that's blue? Now if you take that and go, see how that's almost gone?
Yeah.
It'll come back, but that's because that stagnates. When you're massaging that, that pushes that stale blood out of there, it refills with other blood. And it's the same thing with even that, and even the vascularity of erectile and stuff like that. It all works the same. And that's the thing that I was missing it on, was it didn't click. Why do they have growth factor hormones? They're a what? A hormone. What is, you know, your vascularity down there has to do with hormones. So it's like, okay, bodybuilding stuff, and then stuff that they have that's herbal supplements for like erectile dysfunction. You read the ingredient label. Gee, I've seen this before, and this before, and this. It's my bodybuilding stuff, it's the same shit. A lot of it is. And so that kind of goes hand in hand. And that's where you're starting to think you're having a problem. Just work out more. You're heading in the right direction when you're doing that. I'm just hoping that eventually this is going to kick my asthma. I'm getting very tired of that.
Working out?
Well, yeah, I can't breathe, and then I get that congestion. And it's like, you know, there's got to be something that I can figure out that's going to affect that, because that's constricting your air.
What about a treadmill?
No, the arm bike could do you better than that.
No, you burn more calories running than you can on a treadmill.
Yeah, if you can run.
Or what about a walk?
Actually, now I've
Walk
had that
at a
one
higher
over at the
pace.
club where they have the thing where you're sitting there and you're like on foot pegs like that. And I've been able to get that cranking up pretty good, and actually been able to break a sweat. But when I was young, I used to be a cross-country runner. I'd go out and run 5-10 miles, not even hurt me. Just I didn't want to be eating, because then you might be shitting yourself while you're in the middle of a run.
Yeah.
But back then, it's like, yeah, I'll fight you. No problem. Like, yeah, you get beat up and I'll get beat up. Well, that's fine. Except 3 days later, my black eye is gone. This is gone. You're still all bruised all to hell, so I kick your ass again and make you even worse.
Yeah.
My problem with that was I could never eat enough.
You couldn't?
Oh, I almost got limited at Avani's when they had all you can eat. Except for you, because there was times when I would go in there. I mean, this is about 79 or 80. And you got refills on salad and bread with your spaghetti. I'd go in there and sit in there for about 2.5 to 3 hours and eat like about 5 or 6, 7 plates. One time I did 8, and they're like, no, we're going to limit you to 4 plates with your bread and all that, but you ain't eating more than that.
That's what Avani's told you?
Mm-hmm. All you can eat except for you.
eat sitting there for 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, I could pack that food down, man. It's like just more. Bring it in. By the time you bring it to me, I'll be hungrier. But I mean, I'd get out of there, I'm like, ugh. Go home 2 hours later, like, God damn, what have I got to eat?
Yeah.
I was breaking myself just on food. And I mean, I weighed, and I was probably about 23 or 4. I probably weighed maybe 165, 175 pounds. I even begin to eat like that now, it'd probably kill me. Because even now when I go there to China Village and eat, I love the prime rib, but now that I've lost a little bit of this gut, after about my 3rd or 4th serving, I'm like, I ain't gonna do this again, because man, that just hurts. I don't know what maybe I've put on more muscle, because it's like, there ain't no room there.
There isn't no room?
Yeah, when I eat, it's like, oh man, it kills me.
Yeah.
Before, when I had more of a gut, then I could pack in more food, but actually I think my metabolism's increased. I feel pretty good for 57 for all shit that's wrong with me. But anyway, I'm gonna get back up there.
No, that's fine, man. I gotta, like I said, I just didn't want to holler out there because I didn't know if it would
But
be
stuff
somebody's
like that, and, you know,
boyfriend or
and
friend
the
of a
thing
friend
here
or
is
whatever.
get your trash occasionally.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. There was